Good morning, students. Today's topic is double displacement reactions. These are the fourth types of chemical reactions. In last video, I explained three types of chemical reactions. In this video, I explained other two types of chemical reactions in detail. So first I explained double displacement reactions with example. What is the double displacement reactions? In third type of reaction is only displacement reactions. In this reactions shows one elements displaced to another salts. In these reactions, both are displaced with their places and take their places. The chemical reactions in which two compounds react together to form new compounds by exchanging their ions is called double displacement reactions. In these reactions, both elements or compounds are interchanged. So this reaction is called interchange reactions. Double displacement reactions are also called neutralization reactions because sometimes it's used acid and base reaction. So this called neutralization reactions. But neutralization reaction is also where is obtained those involving the neutralization of an acid and base. This reaction is called also precipitate reaction or precipitation reactions because in this reaction precipitate is formed. So this reaction is called precipitation reactions. The double displacement reactions example are given below. Here AB react with CD or in other words called AB interchanged in CD. In these reactions B reacts with CD and last of reactions D displace the place of B and take this place. Then products formed AD and these reactions CR B displace the place of D, so product is formed BC. In this reaction interchanged their places, so this called interchange reactions and or double displacement reactions. The other example of double displacement reaction is when AgNO3 sodium nitrate reacts with sodium chloride gives AgCl sodium chloride and NaNO3 sodium nitrate. In these reactions Cl displace the NO3 place and take this place form AgCl, and other compound is NaNO3. So this arrow in the lower side of this process, this called precipitate form AgCl, is obtained. So this activity take two test tube and jointed in these tube. One test tubes take AgNO3 or silver nitrate, and other test tube take sodium chloride. 5 ml solution of AgNO3 and 5 ml solution of NaCl. Add sodium chloride in slowly process of AgNO3, or this jointed test tube mix their solutions in slowly process. After some time, you will see the formation of white precipitate of other test tube. In lower side, showing the white solid precipitate of AgCl and aqueous solution of NaCl. This reaction shows the interchange of AgNO3 and NaCl. So this reaction is called double displacement reactions, and double displacement of AgNO3 or NaCl. This activity shows the process of displacement in double elements, so this is called double displacement reaction. Next reactions, when aqueous hydrochloric acid is added to an aqueous sodium hydroxide to gives two compound exchange their ions, gives NaCl and H2O. Hydrogen chloride is the acid and sodium hydroxide is the base. In this reaction, these are neutralized and form salt and water. So this reaction is called neutralization reactions. In these reactions, elements changed in ionic form and add also ionic form. So this reaction, hydrogen chloride break down in ionic form H plus and Cl minus, and sodium hydroxide break down all elements or ions sodium positive and hydroxide negative, and jointed the positive and negative ions then form NaCl, and other example is H add the OH minus then gives H2O. So this all examples are double displacement reactions. Next is the oxidation and reduction reactions or redox reactions. In redox reactions, two steps are added. First, oxidation and second, reduction. The combination of oxidation and reduction reaction is called redox reactions. The first step of oxidation and second step of reduction When oxidation is obtained, then half redox reactions. So, oxidation and reduction both combinate, then form redox reactions. First, I explained the oxidation process. In oxidation process, two steps are given below. First, addition of oxygen, and second, removal of hydrogen. First, addition of oxygen. When oxygen add any reaction, give oxide compounds called oxidation, and other when hydrogen remove from compounds and called removal of hydrogen. Then when addition of oxygen and other removal of hydrogen is process called oxidation. So this example, carbon add oxygen and gives carbon dioxide, sulfur add hydrogen gives sulfur dioxide. This reaction is called addition of oxygen or oxidation reactions. Second is the removal of hydrogen. So this example, H2S reacts only chloride and forms HCl and S. In compounds, hydrogen remove, so this called removal of hydrogen. This is also called oxidation process. One important things of these reactions, which substance provide oxygen of other elements and remove hydrogen, called oxidizing agent. So this reaction, these are provide oxygen of carbon and these are provide oxygen of sulfur. So this is called oxidizing agent. And this process, Cl2 help remove the hydrogen, so this is called oxidizing agent. So oxygen and chloride are oxidizing agent because it's provide the oxygen and remove the hydrogen, so all are called oxidizing agent. So first process of redox reaction is complete, addition of reaction and removal of hydrogen. The next process is reduction. The next process is the reduction. In reductions, first addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen. When any reactions obtained, addition of hydrogen, another removal of oxygen is called reduction. It is the second part of the redox reactions. So this example, Cl2 react with hydrogen to gives hydrogen chloride. In this reaction, hydrogen add this process. This is called addition of hydrogen. And second process, copper oxide react with carbon or carbon remove the oxygen in this process and forms Cu plus carbon monoxide. So this process is called removal of oxygen, and both of process are called reduction process. A substance which provides hydrogen and which remove the oxygen is called reducing agent. So here H2S provide the hydrogen and CuO remove the oxygen. So H2S, CuO and ZnO is the reducing agent. So these reactions H2S and C are the reducing agent because C remove the oxygen and H2S provide the hydrogen. So oxidation and reduction or combination of oxidation and reduction is called redox reaction. So this example CuO plus H2 gives Cu plus H2O. In the first step in CuO remove the oxygen, then this reaction is called reduction, and H2O add the hydrogen gives H2O. So this process is called oxidation. H2 provide the hydrogen and Cu remove the oxygen. So this reaction is called redox reactions. It is the other example of the redox reactions. CH4 plus oxygen reacts and gives CO2 and H2O. CH4 and CO2, oxygen is added and hydrogen is removed. So this is called oxidation, and this process is called reduction, and this process is oxidation and reduction, both are obtained, so all reaction is called redox reactions. All types of reaction are completed. The next step are effect of oxidation in everyday life. Oxidation is an important process and affects our day by day life in several ways. Some of its effects, such as burning of fuels, digestion of food in our bodies, etc. These are the main effects of oxidation in everyday life. Some of its effects are quite damaging also. Oxidation's process corrode metals and damaged stored food. Some are discussed. The first effects of our life is corrosion. Corrosion is the harmful process of oxidation. When a metal is exposed to the certain environment, The oxidation reactions, its surface may become rough and damaged. This phenomenon is called corrosion. In simply, the slow but spontaneous deterioration of metals due to their interaction with certain environment is called corrosion. Rusting of iron is a common phenomenon of particular case of corrosion. When a piece of iron left exposed to moist iron for some times, it gets covered with reddish brown coating. This coating can easily be scratches and its scratched powder is called rust. This phenomenon is called rusting of iron. So this example, when piece of iron exposed in the moist places, O2 and H2 are combined and atmosphere make moist. Then iron coated the and it obtained hydrated ferric oxide coat. This is called rust. Rusting is the degenerating process of iron. Some other example of rusting, when copper is keeping it sometime moist atmosphere, its shining disappear and a green color coating is deposited on its surface. You all know silver and gold have bright shining luster, but it's keeping them for a long time, they lose their luster due to decomposition of black coating on their surface. These are the other example of rusting of metals or corrosions. Next is the rancidity. Atmospheric oxidation not only causes corrosion of metals but may also destroy store foodstuffs containing fats and oils, thus making them unfit for human uses or harmful for humans. It is a common experience that if foodstuffs containing fats and oils are kept stored for long time, they develop unpleasant smell and taste. This phenomenon is called rancidity. The phenomenon involving slow aerial oxidation of fats and oils leading to the development of unpleasant smells and taste is called rancidity. And such fats and oils are said to be rancid. Some methods used may be prevent rancidity. First are by used antioxidants, and second by use of nitrogen during packing. First, I explained by use nitrogen during packing because it is used in larger. Rancidity is the caused by aryl oxidation of fats and oils during storage. When bags of chips and other edible materials are packed, then oxygen is replaced by nitrogen and used this packet's nitrogen because oxygen gas caused oxidation process, and if use nitrogen is chemically inert under normal conditions, so does not cause oxidation process and exhibit the rancidity. So it is used nitrogen during the packets making, and it's inhibit the oxidation process, and we prevent the all edible substance. The next is by uses of antioxidants. When we used some antioxidants like BHT, butyl hydroxytoluene, and BHA, butylated hydroxyanisole, it prevents to process of oxidation of fats and oils, and they remains foodstuffs fresh and good to eat for longer period of time. So these are used, we prevent the rancidity and save the foodstuffs of packets or other edible materials. So two are the more dangerous effects of our life by oxidation. The next step is the some chemical changes or energy changes in the chemical reactions. Today's topic is stopped, and write down the homework of question first. Write the next effects of oxidation in our life. The next question is write some other example of redox reactions and find out the reducing and oxidizing agent. And next, why nitrogen used beside the oxygen when edible substance package making. And next is write some antioxidants name which used against rancidity. and save foodstuffs in longer period of time. And next and last, what is the neutralization reactions and why double displacement is called neutralization reactions? So this activity in notebook, and which form double displacement reactions called precipitation reactions. In next video I explains some energetic form of reactions and which forms energy change these reactions. Thank you. Have a nice day.